Sales hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Then unique La Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta.
Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Alquiza with a sneaky drive. Sales hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Then unique La Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta.
Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Alquiza with a sneaky drive. Sales hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Then unique La Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta.
Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Alquiza with a sneaky drive. Sales hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Then unique La Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta.
Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Alquiza with a sneaky drive. Sales hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Then unique La Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta.
Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Ken Unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Ken Unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Ken Unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Ken Unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We may Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Again, unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We may Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Again, unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We may Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Again, unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We may Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive. Hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Again, unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Anak Laris Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ.
Raimundo showing off her skills.
Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. We may Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Algiza with a sneaky drive.
And we are back here at the Pickle Yard Conference League. My name is Chino Romero.
I'm Mike Evangelista.
And we have a very exciting lineup for you here today. It is currently day 12 of the Pickle Yard Conference League. And for our first match, who are we having?
Oh, we have the Dentacare Pearly Whites and the Fortrust Masters.
And I think
Very
you had a
good
little,
match.
yeah, you had a little interview with some of the players earlier. What are we expecting here today, Mike?
What are we expecting? I think as a team, the Dentacare, they had lost initially to the Fortress, but who I interviewed Macy and ACP, and they weren't sure like who won the actual matchup, but they said, but I know we lost girls, we lost women, as Macy was saying, and I was like, so I want to know what their plan was. I was like, you're gonna get them this time. You learned, right? You've been in the season. You've been watching them play. You have a new game plan to take on Joy and ACP. What's your plan? She said, secret. They're going to see how it goes. And same went for ACP. I asked her a very similar question, and we'll see though.
And then also to add to that, the Fortress Masters had one of their toughest matches yesterday up against Cebuana.
Yeah.
And then it was a really fatiguing and grueling match between the Fortress Masters and Cebuana. And I asked them the same thing, like, oh, what are you expecting tomorrow? And they were also preparing for ACP from the Dentacare Pearly Whites.
Yep, definitely. When I saw the draft lineup between, when I saw the drafting, kind of the drafting of Dentacare, their manager, Coach Rob, I just saw him, like he started just picking girls, like right out of the bat, so that was his game plan. He was like, people might be able to get like the strongest guys in the league like right away, but I'm gonna make my girl lineup insta solid. So even his reserves, his girl reserves too, very strong, very prominent and good in the game.
So, sorry to cut you off there. Currently on the screen, Mike, we have the lineups for the Dentacare Pearly Whites. We're having Ana Clarice Patrimonio, Christy Sanyosa, Jed Justin Labasano, Ian Paulo Cortez, Cindy Nugit, Patrick Simon, Glenn Philip Ong, and Joria Cornelia.
Yep. And on the side of the Fortrust Masters, we have Ken De La Cruz, Aaron Chua, I believe. This one here. Macy Ibanez, EJ Tugade, Tayyib Bagumbun. Excuse me, sorry, I'm not the best with names. Aiza Rasuman, Moses Dazo, and JC Riel.
Okay. So yeah, they had one of their toughest matches yesterday on the Fortress Masters, and they powered through.
Did they?
They powered
Did
through.
they end up taking the match?
They did.
Was it a 3-2? Was it like a nail biter?
It was a nail biter.
Yeah.
Even all the way till the Dream Breaker, they were tied at 20-20.
Whew.
It was a crazy match yesterday.
Did it come down to the decider of they were 2-2 going into the Dream Breaker as well?
Yeah, they were. So they were 2-2 into the Dream Breaker. They were tied at 20-20 at the Dream Breaker. And there were multiple sideouts as well.
We had that yesterday too. I think it was the Warriors versus the Bulls going in it. Wait, was it? But I remember.
I think so, because I watched Kim Saraza walk outside. And I was asking him who won.
Yeah, dude, that was like, it was like every single match. I think going into the Dream Breaker, the Warriors actually had it. Like they already had the 3-1, but every single match, like everyone pretty much had to fight for a match. And then we did have the one kind of upset match that like no one would have expected. The one match that wasn't close was the women's doubles.
The women's doubles.
Yeah, in that one, must have been a new game plan or something. But our girls, the girls on the side of who was it? I believe. Oh yeah, it was Bien and Faika. They went in and they took down Meds and Chloe Saraza. They did.
So that's something I have to
10-0.
watch on the replay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Check that out. I mean, other than that, but they started coming back. They got their footing and then they hit the stop. They pulled like 3 straight. But they just they caught their traction too little, too late. But it was really good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and throw out some love. We just started off our live here. Our guys are getting orientated with their referee right before we get underway. So let's send some love out to our partners.
Yes,
We
our
have-
lovely sponsors.
Yep, that's Sports Central, our retail partner.
Yourself, our official aesthetic and wellness partner.
Antbox Apparel.
We have Sports 360 on deck.
We have our paddle partners. We have Lunar, Gearbox, All Set, Yola, and Bole.
We also have Pro Court for our very beautiful courts here at Pickle Yard.
Yep, our facility, Pickle Yard.
We also have Faculos, the official ball of PYCL.
And this audio and video brought to you of this live match. We have Smile 8, our production partner.
And of course, very much welcome to the new members of the family. We have OsteoGuard supporting stronger joints so you can stay active in the game longer.
Yep, and also to Black Mamba Energy Drink. Fueled by Black Mamba Energy Drink, giving you the boost, focus, and energy to keep pushing at full speed thanks to the Guarana.
Things off. An error was made there by EJ Togade. Trying to go for a third shot drive up against our Dentacare Pearly Whites.
Yeah, that was a quick side out. There we go. Oh, still getting warmed up here,
Yeah.
EJ. Yeah, but
Still
what?
trying to loosen up,
Yeah, well, he'll get there though. This boy loves to shine. You know, EJ is
and he gets there quick.
yeah. Give him a minute.
Oh. And then yesterday, Toy Bagombon or Taib,
Yeah.
he was so when I interviewed Toy, he's actually a Class A tennis player.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you're a Class A tennis player here in the Philippines, you would know who Johnny Arcilla is.
Yes.
You would have grown up watching Johnny Arcilla.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was asking him what he was expecting, and then you know what he did?
Yeah.
A lot of his balls were towards Johnny. Like he had a personal tennis match up against Johnny.
Yeah. So seeing here in the match right now, we're just very first match of the very first day. Everyone's they're still warming up, still getting in the zone. So just a bunch of unforced errors right now. Not too much technical play, but we're gonna see, as these boys get revved up and get in this game, how it goes. Just like that, getting the setup there. Ian Cortez, getting that setup, pushing it in for his partner just to put that away. Nice into the angle, past Coach Toy.
And a good early start here from our boys of the Dentacare Pearly Whites.
Mm-hmm.
They're making the most out of the fact that the Fortrust Masters haven't loosened up into this game.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they came from a tough match, and they were the last game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The Fortrust Masters were the last game yesterday.
Yep.
So,
A good little catch there in the center right here. You can see in the replay. Toy he catches the easy ball and gets it right through the center. Ah.
good kill there from EJ Togade. Now here catching up, EJ Togade on the serve up against Ian Paulo Cortez. Lovely drop there. Ball goes wide for Ian Paulo Cortez. Now a very well warmed up EJ Togade with a 1-point lead up against our Dentacare Pearly Whites. Good play there from Glenn. EJ Togade with a very slow body bag towards Glenn Philippong.
Hey, no malice, just the target.
Just a soft touch. I think there's a side to Glenn. I think he's still trying to get used to those kitchen blockers.
I actually, yeah, he talked to me about it. There's nothing against the Browner thing. He doesn't, like, he already had him, so he's using him because he got injured. He got hit in the face.
Week. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right before
last Saturday was it last?
I think so.
I believe it was last Saturday. He got hit in the face, so he's got to wear them now. He doesn't like the fact that they're white because the white provides a bit of a glare, and he sees that
for sure
white.
it does, and it's pretty bright up against. It's gonna get contrast up against the court.
Oh.
I mean, you're practically having like a white line.
Mm-hmm. That just
Right on your face.
Yeah, it's true. We did have a third shot drive coming there from Ian Paulo Cortez. Nice little two-hand backhand. Sent it a bit deep. They thought it went in, so they went ahead and challenged that call. It was confirmed out by the linesman. I mean, from my point of view, it was close. I would have challenged it also. And there on that one, you know, he kept that one in. Very lovely little...
He had to make sure.
Yeah, very lovely backhand roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, sorry, we got some shout-outs here. There we go. Chad Cornelia, yeah, the game has already started. Let's go. Congratulations to both teams and good luck to both teams. Banka 8, shout out to Bacoor Strikers. Let's go, Strikers. Do we have our strikers in the crowd today? I don't see lovely put away there by Coach Toy. Sorry, back to that. Yeah, I don't see any strikers in the crowd, so I guess they must be watching from far away. Here to support Joy, their #1 player.
And then also in the comment section, we have Dennis Ibanez, the very supportive husband of Macy, cheering for the Fortrust Masters. We also have Ariana Tiax. Let's go Fortrust Masters.
There we go. On Ian, you know, he feels like he's keeping the balls in. He's been painting the lines with his balls. Only he had the one here, which was questionable. But yeah, he was 100% sure that that ball had come in. Went ahead and challenged it, and yeah, confirmed in. Go ahead and took that point. We are tied at 4-4.
This is a very good day for our Dentacare, for the men's team of our Dentacare Pearly Whites.
Yeah.
I mean, they're up against some of the up-and-rising athletes. I mean, like Toy and EJ Togade, very good individuals. But then they're new as a team.
Yeah.
They're quite young as a team and playing together. There we go. It looks like Glenn Philip Ong is really struggling with the bottom part. Like anything that's underneath him.
Yeah, could be. It could be a bit of a distraction. He had asked to see my blockers. I didn't have them. They're not in my bag. He's looking for options. So if he's got any sponsors out there, you know, that one too.
Go and hit up Glenn Philip Ong.
Yeah. He could use your recommendations.
Because at least 2 of the 3 errors he had, they were just simple volleys that he could have taken. But they were placed quite similarly too. Good leave there from Toy Bagumbon. Earning themselves a side out here.
Let's go.
And then
There we
now
go.
we have...
Oh, Chad
Matty
Cornelia.
That's
Are you
right.
familiar with this? Sorry. Oh, I think I just missed the point. Chad Cornelia. I played with him. I guess he was friends with Mox. One of the coaches, one of the guys out there from the Red Horse team out of Las Piñas.
And then we also have the very supportive Patty Ong. The mother to Glenn and Pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's their no, that's their
mother.
mom.
Yeah. Saying good luck. Saying good luck. Glenn Philip Ong. Ahia is older sister. In
there
Chinese.
we go. Seeing some good plays right there. Good counters. Getting in between these boys.
No, it's older brother, sorry. Got confused there.
We're gonna see who's gonna pull the trigger here in this dink match, you know. Hopefully we can keep it there it is. There's the trigger pull right there by Ian. Toy, he kind of caught him right in the wing, you know. He went for the upper shoulder where you would usually aim for. I think the ball might have gone a bit long. It's just, you know, he put it in such a good position that even how Toy went to, say, kind of get out of the way, he was still already ready to block with the chicken wing and ended up, you know, still in front of the ball. So it didn't go his way, but a good exchange, definitely, between those. There we go again.
Glenn now pulling the trigger. We can see how much looser EJ Togade was moving there.
Yeah. Just trying to find some composure. I'd like to see him, you know, bend his knees, get in the match, you know, get that game face on. You know, he performs a lot better than this usually.
And he's usually much more aggressive than he is today.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, I'd like to see him get that game face on right there. Here we go. Oh, Kevin Cristobal, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you. Good morning, brother. Or In your case, good evening, bro. It's 8:23 over there in California. PM. Yep. Oh yeah. Still some shout out to Chad. What's up, bro? Nice matches the other night.
And now here with the warm up. Oh, sorry, with the timeout. I'm still trying to grab my bearings as well this early into the morning. I think the timeout was called there by the
Masters, by the Masters,
yeah,
for sure.
by the Fortrust Masters by EJ Togade.
Yep.
And then seeing here on the camera, we have the Dentacare Pearly Whites, very calm and relaxed. And then the guy in white, he's actually their statistician.
Is he?
He is.
Oh.
He is. He really gets into the numbers. He watches at least the games twice or thrice to get all of his numbers down. And then, so guys, soon to come, expect him on Facebook. I've been convincing him to release the numbers. Or sell his numbers towards teams. So that we have
He's
good
crunching,
stats.
huh?
Yeah.
I'd love to see some stats.
Because I saw some of his sheets, and he gets right down to the numbers. So for example, you're on the left side and you're dropping to the left or dropping to the right. Those are two separate number stats.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
And the air count.
that is some hard work right there. Just getting underway under that after that timeout. Ian Cortez just again. I mean that same kind of shot that he's taking with that third shot. It comes up a bit high, and the Masters just able to recognize early that that ball is not coming in. Another one, a good lead there by EJ Tugade. Seeing, I don't know what they talked about during the timeout, but it seems like they're trying to be aggressive, more off the bat. I'd like to see them just keep up their game right now, where they are, where they can pull the trigger, that's fine, but at least get into the kitchen and wait for the right ball before they try to pull the trigger.
We're now seeing a lot of movement here from EJ Togade. More of what we were expecting from him earlier. There we go.
Great
Good defense there from Glenn. Lovely lob there from Glenn. Goes long though. But to the eyes of our lineswoman, that ball went out.
Yeah. I would have challenged that too. I mean, from where I saw it, I was like, ooh!
A few centimeters away.
Yeah, it was so close. Good job right here from the Pearly Whites, not letting the Masters get into the kitchen. Oh, and they have made their way in.
They will find their way.
We almost had two good resets coming by Philip Ong there. Just that second one, unable to get it back over the net for that good reset. Let's see. Hi Team RHN Dinking Club. Is that Dinking Club or Drinking Club, bro?
Lovely fake there from Coach Toy Bagumboy. Just a way to get into the heads of his opponents.
Yeah.
As that ball was terribly out.
Yeah, way out. Oh no. Ooh.
Now with their own timeout here, the Dentacare Pearly Whites.
I'd say that's a good call.
The score is now 9-7-1 in favor of our Fortrust Masters. And of course, before we proceed, let us thank the following. We have Sports Central, the official retail partner of PYCL.
We have Dear Self, our aesthetics and wellness partner.
We have Adbox, the official apparel partner.
Our great tech partners over there from Go8. We have Sports 360.
We also have our pal partners, Lunar, Gearbox Allset, Eula, and Vole.
Yep. Beautiful courts, professionally made courts brought to us by ProCourt.
We also have Pickle Yard, the official facility partner of PYCL.
Our official ball for the league, Faculos.
And of course, Smile 8 in charge of giving you all of these lovely angles and our crystal clear audio.
Also, new to the club, I need to get these down in the notebook. We have OsteoGuard, supporting stronger joints so you can stay active and in the game longer.
And of course, welcome to Black Mamba Energy Drink, fueled by Black Mamba Energy Drink, giving you the boost, focus, and energy to keep pushing at full speed thanks to Guarana, buhay na buhay ka.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, before we get underway here. Kevin Cristobal asking how my games were yesterday. Man, I'm gonna just say it like this. I sit here, watching the pros, kind of do their thing, and then the way that they play. Sorry, let's recognize that great trigger pull by EJ, just straight at the body of Philip Ong, who just wasn't ready for it. But anyways, I sit here in front of these guys, and I watch their level of gameplay, and just when I play against other people now, especially like in tournaments or like try to be competitive, it like they don't like pose a threat, like they don't kind of scare me, so like I go in with a really lazy mood.
Yeah, that's what happens to me too whenever
Yeah.
I get back on Mondays.
Yeah, dude, it's like you go to play and you're like, man, I'm like so close to the action of this,
Plus
Just
the balls
in my
seem
head, I
slower.
wish I could. I wish I could perform like them, right? But
Uh-huh.
of course I can't. I can play with them, but I can't provide, like a challenge.
to them. They'd be the
Yeah.
one with the lazy atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
If we would be the ones up against them.
But yeah, no, I went in like super lazy. I didn't bend my knees like the whole tournament.
Oh.
It was horrible.
That was a tournament too.
That was a tournament, and my partner was like, "You just were not in the mood," and there were just some like, it was unofficiated tournament.
Uh huh.
So like it was all self calls and stuff. um, yeah, so self officiated, self calls and stuff, and just some people just don't know the rules of the sport,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna go into it, no names or anything, but there's just some basic things that you should already know, especially if you're in that setting, if you're already competing at advanced level. There should be no questions when it comes to certain errors.
So-
You don't ask
so-
for a reserve on certain things.
That's quite surprising for me. Like coming from an advanced category league, or a game or a match, right?
Yeah,
And then you just played it lazy.
I know. It was horrible.
Did you win?
No, we didn't win. We definitely didn't. I was just either in a bad mood or just in like pure lazy mode. So my partner couldn't get in the mood either. So yeah, we didn't do very good.
I mean, another possibility could be fatigue. Because like you would underestimate just sitting here and watching the games and talking and analyzing what's happening right in front of us. But
Mhm.
then it also takes a toll on you,
Yeah.
like mentally and visually. Because there was
Visually.
visually it does. Like my eyes feel strained after. There was a time I attended Rule the Yard right after PYCL, and we were here from like 11 all the way till 7 p.m. And then my eyes were tired. I would hit an overhead and I would hit the wall. I wasn't close.
Yeah.
And I love my overheads. Coming from badminton, I love my overheads.
It's good. Yeah, sorry. I'm not gonna get into too much detail. Let's just say it was at least 60% my fault that we didn't have our best game yesterday.
So you're blaming your partner for the other 40.
At least I took most of it. Okay.
So now we are moving on to a very exciting match between some of the best female athletes we have here in the league, and maybe even
Yeah.
here in the Philippines, right?
Yeah. it is.
We have Ana Clarice Patrimonio, Joy Sanyosa up against Erin Chua, and of course, Macy, the Lady Tower Ibanez.
We're underway here. Let's see if these girls are gonna come in hot, just like that. Boom. That lovely, these, when you see these girls play, especially these ACP and Joy, they don't want the ball to touch the ground.
No, no.
They really don't want it to touch the ground, so they're gonna send it back real quick. And we just saw that right there. That setup coming from Joy and ACP with the put away. On our
And-
second point right now.
To think our Fortrust Masters, the women for our Fortrust Masters, have some of the best defense here in the
Mhm.
league. Because yesterday, Erin Chua was so tired going up against Johnny Arcilia,
Uh
and then I realized she's tired because she's a wall.
huh.
Every ball that was given at her, she gave back, and that's what gets you tired.
Just
Just a visual obstruction there, and ACP making sure that she has a good visual.
yeah. It's just,
Also, I mean, like, this is also another way to get into the heads of your opponent.
it's true. I mean, what I would say it was
To
a
get you out of-
distraction
yeah.
against a pink and white, just like sitting on that back wall, hanging off. Wow. I'm not even sure who touched it. Wow.
Flying. Double backhand there from
Yeah.
Christy Joy Sanyosa.
Joy asked me earlier, make sure I send some love out to her family over at the Bacoor Strikers. So, Bacoor Strikers, I know you're watching Joy out here. She's out here making plays. She's playing hard for you guys. She loves your support. She loves everything you've done for her to keep her in, you know, pickleball and soft tennis and everything. And special love out to Tita Herbert from Joy.
There was a time I was competing last week, and I already knew that the laces to my shorts were untied. But then I made sure I waited till the opponents earned a sign out, right before I tied up my laces. And that was just to get them out of momentum too.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that was something ACP quantified.
Oh. I mean, we know it's a tactic in a way, but can you just wait for it like that? Very good dinking coming from the girls. We might see a replay come up here in a second, but very good dinking, you know. I would say not super characteristic that these girls, you actually see them slow down. But ACP and Joy, they're really good at their soft game. It's just right now in this league, the way that they've been playing is all go, go, go. You know, like we see from like Jimbo and
Johnny
Davis.
Arcelia.
No, Jimbo and Davis, right? When they're on the court, right? They're all go, go, go. So
They are.
the girl equivalent of that right now is gonna be Joy and
ACP.
ACP on the court. So they love to play like that. They love to play hard. So we're gonna see how this hyper aggressive style from ACP and Joy comes against this great defense from the Masters.
I think that ball was out from AC.
Let's see. Decided to play on it. ACP catching the one in the middle out of the air. Just kind of sees that opening between the girls. Go ahead and smacks it, but I say I wouldn't say not enough topspin, say no topspin at all. On that catch to the center. Sends it a bit long down the center. Both girls look back, just hoping it didn't have any on it either, because they didn't see any in the swing itself.
And we were talking about playing styles earlier, observing ACP and Joy Sanyosa. It's also quite different here for Macy and Eren, as they're a pair that does way better once the games are long. That's when they shine the most. They will out-grit anyone else. Like their power, their ability to power through long games is where they shine. But then, like ACP and Christy here are just coming in hot.
Yeah, they're coming in hot. Let's see if they can wear out the walls, or who's gonna give first.
But we're seeing the same here from the Fortrust Masters, both from the men's doubles and now the women's doubles. It appears as though like they need to loosen up, they need to warm up. I think they're still carrying some fatigue from their games last night. Some of the bouts are almost 45 minutes long yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. Good exchange there, you know. No one was getting in position. The Masters, they kind of had their base, but our Pearly Whites were Joy and ACP were running all over the court, just trying to keep the ball in. Eren seeing a nice high ball to try to put away, and just sends it too long. Joy able to get out of the way.
Very speedy, maybe Macy Ibanez there.
Yeah, after a couple of errors, Eren just goes ahead and calls that timeout right away. He wants to try to cool down these girls, but I think ACP and Joy, like I was talking to Joy earlier before the match, she's like, no, I'm definitely Diesel. You know, I need to get warmed up, because she has like a really intense kind of pregame workout that she does, just like her, and it's mostly, it's not really hitting the ball. It's mostly just getting her body warmed up. So just a lot of running around the court, a lot of just anaerobic kind of like workout exercises just to get her body pumping, because she knows once her body's ready to go, her swing's still there. You know, she's been swinging a racket or swinging a paddle her whole life, so she's definitely got that down. She just needs to get her body warmed up. So we'll see if this timeout, this 1 minute, can slow them down at all.
And now here in the comment section, we have Nurse Chat once more. She was one of our watchers from yesterday, Nurse Chat.
Yeah.
and saying, let's go Team Dentacare, ACP, and Joy.
Yeah.
Bacor Strikers, let's go. Oh, I think this is a friend of yours, no?
If I could see
Possibly.
the face.
Yeah. And then we also have Ches saying, let's go Fortrust.
Yeah.
And then Chad Cornelia saying, yan na, mga idol ko.
And
Like, this is a very exciting match. Like, this is, I think the Fortress Masters need to loosen up, but then coming from a lineup standpoint, this is one of the best lineups we could throw.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it should be pretty even. And we're gonna see in the mixed doubles later. Most likely we're gonna have Ken come in as the male partner in both of them. Let's see how that does. Ooh, very
Good
lucky little
save.
net. And like I said, these girls don't want to let the ball touch the floor. If anything is speed upable, I mean
They would.
they would. It's let's say a light trigger finger.
Very light.
Very feather. Uncharacteristic serve there by Ana Clarice Patrimonio, sending it a bit long on that serve. Or giving the side out, giving the Masters a chance to strike back. No mercy. No mercy. No ball. No ball is allowed to bounce, within 2 inches of the height of the net. Because to these girls, it's attackable.
We're now seeing the cons of playing a hyper-aggressive style.
Yeah. It's yeah.
It has its pros, it has its cons.
Yeah, I mean, you could say in a way it's easy to bait, right?
Yeah, it would be. But then at this level, they have a better read than I might
Yeah.
have, right? Of which
Yeah.
balls are out and which balls are in.
True. I mean, which balls are attackable? But when they're this, like, let's say, this hyper-focused, it doesn't matter what ball you give them, just expect that they're gonna attack it, just like that. Wonderful setups coming from the Pearly Whites there, not letting the Masters get into the kitchen at all, keeping them back, all this pressure, and just reset after reset until finally they got an error and ACP able to just put it away.
And we were also seeing the con there from Erin Chua of not letting that ball bounce. I mean, like, if she just gave that ball even just half a second more and took it on the rise, she would have had a better ball. I mean, that ball popped up because she was trying to reach for it. And now the Dentacare Pearly Whites still on a relentless attack here.
Joy with the nastiest of just full top swing. She had the full kind of like a backswing into her ball, but if you could hear it, like, I don't know if you can hear if the audio will give you justice from here, but all you heard was just a very light touch on the ball.
Yeah.
And that ball just arced right in.
Like, they would hit that thin.
Huh?
They would hit that ball thin
Yeah. They
to
very
get all of
thin
that
touch on
top
that.
spin.
But even if I was in Aaron's shoes, I would have done the same thing. Just 'cause seeing how big of a backswing that Joy had on it, just pray it's going out.
But then she's been doing this time and time again. Like, she's confident with that big backswing.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the things. If you see any of her sisters play too, they all have that same characteristic backswing.
Very technical play there from Christy Joy Sanyosa with a very aggressive double backhand towards the backhand of Macy Ibanez. We're seeing some of the best plays here from Joy. Like, I think this is the best game she's played all league.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean,
With-
she could be on right now. She just maybe she had I think was it last weekend, the Saturday, the one I was announcing for her. I believe it was versus the Asenderos. She only played the women's doubles. She didn't come in for the mix. They were, letting the other teammates play. And then they ended up losing that match. That's it. She's been trying to run that play the whole time. So I want to say right now she's about 50-50 on that shot, 50% of the time she just scores a point immediately, like catches Macy off guard. And then the other 50% she's sending it long and Macy realizes, nope, that one's too far. Pure
This,
aggression.
yeah, for me, this is some of the best games
Yeah, they are.
Joy has played in the whole league.
Yep. Kevin Cristobal in the chat, recognizing fierce. Definitely fierce. I want to say from both sides, look, these Aaron and Macy are like they're not trying to give, they're not giving up. They're not giving any ground either. Their defenses are strong. They're striking back. They're not just even blocking for their counters.
Yeah.
They're swinging through on the counters too. They want to fight, but right now we just see ACP and Joy just coming up a little bit.
And
getting
if
the
I'm not
points.
mistaken, like these two pairs, they were both in Hanoi together.
Yes.
They spent some time together there. Maybe not exactly together, but they were both there.
Yeah. Joy and ACP, they competed together in women's doubles. Oh, wow.
Powerful play
Amazing.
there.
Yes. Macy.
yeah.
The answer. She's, excuse me, I can play aggressive too. She's the one who pulled the trigger on that one. Speed up. Boom. Got with Joy with the initial block counter, and she was there, just crossbody, that triangle. Feeling that triangle. She's there again with that two-hand. Powerful put away. Just catching them off guard. I love to see it.
And then also from the girls of our Fortrust Masters, yesterday, Erin was playing a mixed doubles match. But then whenever she won a rally, guess who she ran to celebrate? She was running to Macy Ibanez on the sidelines to celebrate with her, yeah. Not a lot of balls here for Ana Clarice Patrimonio, and we're seeing why.
Yeah, we're seeing ACP respecting that backhand. Every time she sees Joy line up for a ball, she's like, you know what, girl, you're on. Let her cook. So right now, Joy is cooking right now as they're on match point right now. ACP and Joy. Let's see who's gonna come out on top. Joy with a missed reset there, going into the second serve. ACP to serve, 10-3. Oh, missed serve. Came up a bit short there from ACP. We're going side out, and I like to see Macy and I want to see Macy pull that off again. I want to see that crazy aggression come through. I want to see Macy force a timeout from the Pearly Whites. I want to see that roll. When you get heated, because they've done so good in the defense. They kept them at 10. That was the 2 stops. And I would say with the 2 stops plus 2 points right now, I'd call a timeout if I was Pearly Whites, because Macy has heated up right now. Look at her.
Plus we've seen the exact same thing from ACP, where she's coming from at least an 8-point deficit from what I remember. And she came back. And we're expecting the same here from the likes of Macy and Erin.
Yeah.
But it appears as though, the Dentacare just so much more pressure than the Fortrust coming into this game. I really think there should be, should have moved them at least to the afternoon today. After what they powered through yesterday. Lovely lob there. Well defended. Now a counter from ACP. The lob over herself. Catching Macy Ibanez. Beautiful shot there from Joy Sanyosa.
Great. A good job from both teams. What do we see? We saw some dinking. We saw tons of resets. We saw smashes coming from both ends. Ended up going in the way of Pearly Whites here. See if they can just power through and get this last point to end this match. Or, just like that, if Macy and Aaron can say, no, we're still in this match. Let's see. Close the gap some more. Let's go, girls. Very exciting match. A lot more entertainment than a lot of the guys' matches we usually see. Look at,
ooh, Erin Chua playing with her angles there as she catches Christy Joy Sanyosa and Ana Clarice Patrimonio. The only thing she would have done from there, Erin Chua, was to bring it down the middle. Like that would have been her third overhead, if ever, or even just play it as a drop. But then Ana Clarice wasn't ready for that shot.
Yeah.
From Erin Chua.
Nasty angle. One more stop needed here, right?
One more.
There it is. That's the stop. We have the side out.
Nope,
no,
sorry,
that was the point.
That was the point. for the Fortrust Masters.
Yep. Macy serving 4-10-1. Ah, I would. You know, during the first 3 points that ACP and Joy pulled off early with those very low balls at Erin in the transition zone, she got it early in the match. And then I say up until now, until that one, I want Erin's gotten like maybe the last 6 or 7 very cleanly into resets of those attacks at her feet in the transition zone. So I like to see her, you know, keep that up again. Keep getting those resets. Stay consistent with it. Keep them in this match. Those right there. Ay.
Also, an interesting choice there from Macy Ibanez. She was keeping that middle open on their half, but I think it's also just because she's very confident with the reach of her forehand drives.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's got more reach than, you know, pretty much any other women in the league, right? Oh, that was well done. Yeah, it's the same shot that they've been throwing at Erin the whole time,
yeah.
you know, attacking those feet during the transition zone. Joy unable to get underneath the ball, just get the right paddle angle for the reset.
And it's those top spin forehand volleys.
Yeah.
Now going for that middle. Ana Clarice Patrimonio, well defended by Erin Chua.
Aye, and that is game. It was good. The whole match, it's very entertaining from these girls. We saw the great, amazing defense coming from Macy and Erin in that match. I really enjoyed watching that match for sure. Now, we saw whenever Macy and Erin, they got really aggressive. They ended up taking the point. Right? They didn't really scare. They didn't score off of when they didn't score off of ACP and Joy when they were in aggressive mode, right? They were usually full aggressive on their serves in a way, on when Joy was taking those risky shots that were coming towards the outside or towards the backhand of Macy. So what we saw there was those points that they earned. They weren't necessarily from unenforced errors. You know, they forced them out, and they were able to dominate when they were the ones that were able to initiate the speed ups. You know, very nice power plays coming from Macy, and just amazing resets from Erin that whole match. But ACP and Joy dominated it. Nurse chat. You've seen me play over at EPC? Probably, yeah. Definitely, I do like to play over there. Sometimes I go over there to play with Kuya Enoy, or even Joy sometimes, or Budget and MJ. Also, Joy's sister. They're all good players. Definitely, Kevin, yeah. It was exciting, dude. And it's much better if you're here in person, bro.
And of course, before we proceed, Mike Evangelista, let us welcome to the Pickle Yard Conference League family. We have
our new sponsors, yeah.
Yes, we have OsteoGuard, supporting stronger joints so you can stay active and in the game longer.
And also Black Mamba Energy Drink. Fueled by Black Mamba Energy Drink, giving you the boost, focus, and energy to keep pushing at full speed. Thanks to the, I want to say this word properly, I'm going to have to look it up, Guarana.
Okay.
Buhay na buhay ka.
And of course, to our existing list of family of sponsors, we also have Sports Central, the official retail partner of PYCL.
We have Dear Self, our aesthetics and wellness partner.
Antbox, the official apparel partner of PYCL.
And our sports partner, Sports 360. Our tech partner, Sports 360.
We also have our pal partners, Lunar, Gearbox Allset, Eula, and Volley.
Yep. Our Pro Court gives us our professional standard courts. Definitely, we use it at every Pickle Yard. You know, definitely they've used it since day one. These have been good courts. They last, and they have good maintenance and warranty on their courts.
We also have Pickle Yard, the official facility partner of PYCL.
And our ball, Faculos.
And of course, thank you very much, Smile8, for this lovely production set. Now, moving on to the first mixed doubles game for today. It appears as though for the Dentacare Pearly Whites, we're going to have Jed, the Jedi Labasano, paired up with Ana Clarice Patrimonio playing on the left, up against the same pair from yesterday from the Fortrust Masters, Canionic de la Cruz and Eren Chua.
Yep. Yeah, we get to see a. I want to say, how do I'll try to explain it like this. You want to, in a way, Jed and Ken have. You're gonna see like in their skill of like ball control, like we call Jed the Jedi, you know, because the things that they can do with the ball, the control, like from the different angles that they can reset and get back into the kitchen.
The way they could shape those balls.
Yeah, the way they can just
shape their shots.
Yep, the way the shots are shaped by them are very similar between the two.
But quite different in playing style.
Huh?
Quite different in playing style.
Yeah, their hits very similar, right? Right now, but Ken depends on like who he's usually playing with. I've seen him play. Right now he's playing left, so he's gonna be playing the aggressor. But I've also seen him play in the same position or style, exactly the same style as Jed does. Yeah. It depends on who his left is.
Oh, that would make sense when he would be with someone like Johnny Arcilia.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You see him. He takes on that role, and then you can see him a very say big likeness between the two. But right now we have ACP as being our aggressor.
And for me, I mean like the ATP attempt there from Jed. For me, one of the best male athletes here that we have here in the league to pair up with ACP as she plays left would really be Jed.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really good with setting up those shots. He's very patient. He's good to reset.
Yes, his setups are very good.
And he gives that big opening for ACP to take. As she would really love to cover that middle. I mean, there are moments in some ways where the right side player needs to be as good, if not better, than the left side player.
Yeah.
As I mean, like if you're gonna be up against someone like Ana Clarice Patrimonio, they would be attacking the right side player.
Yes.
And you need to have really good defensive capabilities as a right side player, being paired with someone that good. But Canionic de la Cruz not really caring who's in front of him.
Yeah. He doesn't care who he's in front of. Go ahead and check out this replay right here. Ken gets his setup right there off of ACP, digging down for the ball, popping it up. And Ken, he sent that ball into the stands. Lucky net cord there by Ken. Just pops it over the paddle of Dentacare, pushing it to is that 4-0 right now or 5-0? Forcing the timeout from the Pearly Whites. See if they can cool down Ken. You know, he started off hot.
He did
from the get-go.
And here on the screen, we have Macy Ibanez, very supportive here as she's trying to cool down her athletes and her teammates. But it appears as though Canionic de la Cruz doesn't want to really cool off. I mean, he is in a very good mood here. And then here from the side of our Dentacare Pearly Whites. Okay, so I was told by my girlfriend, the statistician for the Dentacare Pearly Whites, he's also the assistant coach. He's also the assistant coach. That's why I think I'm not really seeing Rob here on the crowd or
yeah. I had heard earlier. They said Rob wasn't here today. The lineup was ACP made the lineup today.
Okay, and I think that's why the assistant coach is here.
Yeah.
Just making sure the team's okay.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're on the court and playing like ACP, even though like if you say you could say she's in charge today for the team, she's making the decisions. Sometimes when you're on the court or you're in this game set, you don't have that that manager style or that coaching mindset, right? So just someone here to stay in that mindset, so ACP can just play her game and keep focused the whole time. Very good leave there by ACP, recognizing that aggression was going a bit long.
Now a good lead here from our Fortrust Masters as they are up to 4-0-2 up against our Dentacare Pearly Whites. We're now seeing the very beautiful forehand side dinking here from Eren Chua that we also saw yesterday, but then Ken Unique de la Cruz caught there from a speed up by Jed, the Jedi Labasan.
Yep, that's a good timeout, you know. Right after the timeout, they went ahead and got the side out immediately. So, you could say went as planned. Timeout worked as it should have. Yeah. We're seeing equal amount of speed ups, I want to say, from Jed in this match on that right side right now. So you want to say the Masters, no real safe place to put the ball right now, because you're either going to see just pure control and attacking, let's say, attackable balls by Jed for sure, or a ball that might not be attackable still attacked by ACP. So pick your poison when playing against these guys. But we have amazing defense here from Aaron, and then amazing defense and also just offense coming from the team captain Ken. Look at that, just that setup, lovely, not affected by the net court at all.
Nothing. His sheer hand speed, his sheer eye speed, and reaction time,
Yeah.
all working together to score that point up against our Dentacare Pearly Whites.
Yeah.
Eren Chua playing similarly as she did last night, trying to pick on the backhand side of the person in front of her. Beautiful lob there for Ken Unique de la Cruz, but punished by Jed the Jedi Labasano.
It was a good lob attempt, but he didn't mask it enough. Jed able to just take one step back with a hop and popped it right down just into the body of Aaron. ACP sending that one a bit wide on that third shot block.
Dominating lead here from the Fortrust Masters.
Yes, lovely put away from Jed. Aaron even had to just second guess. It was like, oh my God, is this gonna go out? Am I gonna get lucky? As he drove it so very flat, or smashed it so very flat at her feet into that back corner.
Ana Clarice Patrimonio making a play here. Eren Chua.
ACP keeping the ball in play.
Ken Unique keeping them at the baseline.
Yeah. No mercy. No mercy. Ken just holding that aggression. The second he gets them, off the kitchen, not letting them get in. The second he does that, he's gonna force a pop-up out of you. He doesn't want to let them in for sure. They're only kind of, let's say, their gateway to get in right now is to try to get the ball over to the side of Aaron and hope that it's not high enough that she can attack it.
Score is now at 5-1, still in favor of our Fortrust Masters.
Yep, check out that replay right here. Jed with a yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd be disappointed himself. He wasn't able to get that reset.
Ken Unique playing his game there.
Yeah, taking the lead here. There it is.
It appears as though Eren really loves her placement shots. She's playing those angles. She'd play it left, then she'd play it right.
That's a very good job right there of ACP. She knew the ball was coming. I mean, that's the rule, right? When you're in transition, don't get your paddle down. She had it done. She got that reset. Very well done. Then Ken, just high enough for Ken to add a little bit of speed up, hit the net cord, catching ACP off guard, and giving them this 6-2 lead right now.
Quite a patient ACP here, choosing to pick on Eren Chua. Now a lob attempt there from Ken Unique. countered by ACP.
Jed with some masterful backhand, getting that ball back to reset. ACP with the setup and the put away. Check out that replay right there. Watch ACP right here in this replay. Oh, yeah, that's a 3-hit setup pretty much, or say 2-hit setup to get Aaron to pop it up.
Force a chicken wing.
Yeah. She was definitely. Say for these girls here, you can see it if you had seen it in the girls match earlier. They keep 2 hands on the paddle. You know, they're handcuffed to their paddle.
They are.
So you're gonna see when they're in defensive mode, they're gonna block with 2 hands all the time, and it works for them. They're able to get the ball. They have enough power, enough let's say stability on the paddle that they can block it and get it back in. But it also puts you in awkward positions when you don't want to let go of your paddle like that.
Dentacare Pearly Whites choosing not to play with Ken Unique de la Cruz there.
Yeah.
It became a 2v1 as they patiently waited for an error there from Aaron Chua.
Well, Chino, that's they know what kind of threat
Ken Unique is.
Yeah, definitely. So they have chosen to play with Aaron today.
And now it appears as though that they're a bit inside her head. She's slapping her thigh.
But this happens every time, you know.
Uh-huh.
Ken knows what's gonna happen, you know. He has the one option of that option of either trying to come over and poach the balls and leaving himself very open and have to cover a lot more court, or trust his partner. You know, I trust Aaron. That's okay.
I would too.
Ken a bit cold on his serve, sending it out wide, and then Jed just being friendly and giving another long serve and straight to second serve.
Aaron still on the defense here. Jed adding more pressure. Lovely shot there from Aaron Chua. Now a lob. Catching Jed the Jedi.
With the tweener.
Lovely tweener.
Entertaining tweener coming from Jed the Jedi. Perfect, you know. It was actually a good drop shot.
Yeah.
Ken able to get his paddle on it first. And got it right at the feet of ACP, actually trying to decide whether she should step forward or move back. You could say also in a way, the effectiveness of only playing with Aaron is, they're icing Ken a bit. I mean, he doesn't get to stay hot,
Yeah, he's gonna get cold.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get cold. If he doesn't get
or
keep the
hyper
shots in.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Aaron Chua knowing what the Dentacare Pearly Whites are up to here. Macy Ibanez not happy with what's happening. But they're still at a 2-point lead up against our Dentacare Pearly Whites, as effective as what the Dentacare are trying to do.
Yeah.
We still have the Fortrust Masters with a 2-point lead. There we go, Aaron Chua making a comeback.
The answer, it's like, you want to play with me, that's fine. My team captain said I'm allowed to do this. Force the fight so that the speed up will come back towards Ken, and maybe Ken can just dominate that. Yeah, I think that might actually be a good plan. Ken, he was in a good position. He lined up for it very well. Just maybe got the ball half a second too low or too late, and it just dropped down a little bit too much for him to get properly underneath the ball and apply the pressure he wanted to apply with that shot.
And now here, Ana Clarice Patrimonio chasing down that 1-point lead from the Fortrust Masters. Good hands foul there. Jed very calm and ready.
Maybe
a
too
little
calm.
bit too calm.
Yeah, definitely Chino. The Evangelista vlog. Let's go Dentacare. Yeah, that's my wife sending some love to join ACP. So they had almost closed that gap You know, I mean, they pretty much closed the gap. They're only down by 1 point now, with Aaron to with that service. Yep.
One of the people I would like to be able to play more like would be Erin Chua. Like the way she could just walk to the court. I mean, it's all about her technique with her hands.
Yeah.
It's how prepared she is. It's knowing her patterns. I mean, she's one of the best people you would have to set up shots for the likes of Macy and Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And her sheer consistency too.
Yeah, she is. Nabate, no, nabate.
Yeah. But it's just not today.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of that feeling, you know, that she can play her game, she's good, but knowing that you're getting 99% of the balls, you know, and that right now you're playing a 1v2 match, that adds a different type of pressure on you. So I'd like to see her come out of this timeout. You know, the Masters went ahead and took this timeout here because they have closed the gap. You know, they got the 2 side outs really quick. They were not able to score on that possession that they just had, and they're taking this timeout. I'd like to see her come in and maybe be a bit more aggressive. I'd like to see her speed up at Jed so that Jed has to counter directly towards Ken. And then that'll put Ken in the match, you know. He'll be able to stay warm. He'll be able to play the fastball at least on the kitchen line. So, if anything, if she could change anything right now, just take some risky speed ups at Jed, so that he has to counter in a predictable pattern towards Ken, something that Ken can touch.
Whether that play makes sense. Let's see whether you're gonna be some form of a. Oh my god, I forgot the term for it. But there was a guy who predicted a lot of the things that was gonna happen in the future. Nostradamus.
No.
Was the name of the guy.
It's not like that. I'm just sports mindset on how to just kind of create change right now, and what's happening is let Aaron, you know, start forcing some aggression directly at Jed, so that Jed has to counter, and then it's gonna keep Ken in the game, or it's gonna at least get him some ball time.
Or Ken could also just start playing like Johnny.
Options.
But there's only so much a person could do trying to play 1v2. We have Arya Natyaks saying, let's go Fortrust. Calm and patient Erin Chua here. Jed adding variety to those dinks.
Yeah. Erin a bit frustrated with herself. You can see her practicing her swings over here. It was a bit of a easy dink. There was no pressure right now. Jed is not giving aggressive dinks.
Technical play here from Jed the Jedi. It's almost as though he has so much time to take and decide where he wants to put that ball. And it just goes where he wants it to go.
Yeah, I know. Did you just see that block right now?
Yeah.
Oh my god. He literally just put his paddle down.
Lovely lob there from Jed the Jedi. ACP bring it back to Ken. Jed finding more openings here. Attack there from Ana Clarice Patrimonio, hits the net. Doesn't find the court.
Yeah, she thought Ken was just so far out of position that when she went ahead and took that ball, she just put it so lightly. You know, you usually see her power, like she sees the high ball, she puts it away. But on that one, she was a bit too gentle, and Ken able to keep it in play, and then they end up with that point.
We're now seeing also more confidence here from Erin Chua. Ooh. But Ken sort of spread wide from this playing style. He's trying to adapt.
Let's come back here. Let's see. We are at 1-1 currently in this matchup versus the Masters and the Pearly Whites. We're gonna see who's gonna take game 3, and then make that game 4 all the more exciting.
Another lob there from Jed the Jedi, finding the corner. Not enough speed from Erin Chua.
It might not be. You might not see it on the camera, but Jed had this kind of is it a top spin
Lob.
with a yeah, the lob had top spin, but it also had a bit of a spin to the left. So Erin thinking that she was going to be able to get in front of the ball,
but then it just rolled away
But
from her.
yeah, by the time she tried to look to see where the ball actually was, it wasn't there. A lovely exchange there. Very nice hands battle. ACP able to just create that angle to say we see Ken trying to cover the center so heavily that they know where to attack. They know how to stretch Ken out, you know, try to open up the center, but if he doesn't get there, then he doesn't get there and you get that point easy. So match point right now for the Pearly Whites. Yep. And ooh.
Eren Chua with a comeback there.
Yeah. I missed a dink there by Jed. So also I want to explain this too. It's not easy to play the way that ACP and Jed are playing, in the fact that they're only hitting to 10% of the court in every shot. Like
That's
consistently without sending the ball wide, you know? That's hard.
That's when you have a tendency to go wide.
Huh?
That's when you have a tendency to go wide. So
Yeah.
for example, for me, like merong term dito sa local pickleball scene na ng bobodega.
Yeah.
It's when you're just choosing to play with one opponent
Yep.
and making sure that all of your balls go towards them, adding that pressure. Similarly to what we're seeing here from the Dentacare towards Eren Chua. But then it also makes it harder because there are moments where it's a better shot to play towards the other player.
Yeah.
Where you might also be out of position to play that shot towards that person na binobodega nyo. But wala. I mean, like at this level, Jedi and Anak Clarice Patrimonio, they don't really need to pick which ball to give towards Eren. They could.
Yeah.
If they could, they would.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely doing their best and definitely effective right now. Keeping Ken on ice during this match.
And taking all of that heat, Eren Chua on camera earlier was already slightly flustered or red. Risky lob there from Eren Chua. There's been one play that's been happening so far. Ball found the court, from what I saw.
Call out by ACP and a challenge immediately. We're gonna see our linesman for the final decision and see if this is gonna continue, and confirmed by our linesman that the ball was in.
The way I saw that ball hit that court, I mean, it was at least one paddle wide away from that line.
Really?
Yeah.
From here, okay. I had the monitor in front of me. I couldn't see.
Yeah, that's why I moved to the side here just so that I could see more of the court. But then if we're too far apart, we won't really hear each other.
True.
Better play here from Eren Chua. ACP trying to add pressure once more towards Eren. Defensive lob there. Ken Unique taking that ball. Eren Chua playing towards Jed. Jed with a lovely lob. Punished by Ken Unique de la Cruz, playing it down the middle. ACP was not ready for that ball.
A lovely smash there by Ken. He stepped back quick. He recognized that lob from Jed. He one step back and just a hop, and he was able to put so much power, even though, you know, the direction of his body was flying backwards.
That footwork is something I love to do in badminton. So whenever I see a similar lob here, oh, I would take that. Eren Chua not having the consistency here today, as Jed outplayed her. Here's our gearbox stick control of the game. Now Fortrust Masters in need of 3 points to equalize this match. Lucky net cord there from Ana Clarice Patrimonio. Another lob here from Jedi. Ball goes wide.
Ken celebrating that one right there. That lob attempt by Jed. I mean, he's been pretty consistent with it the whole match. I want to say that that's his first one that he actually sent it out.
Out of the 4 he's taken, he missed one.
It was really close too, though.
Yeah.
Right here, they brought the lead down of the Pearly Whites down to 2. It's see. Ken with a missed third into the net, unable to keep the ball on their side. They might have just lost their fighting chance in this match. We are 10-8. Match point, I want to say match point number 4?
I would think so.
Or 5 right now for the Pearly Whites. Can they close it out? Or can Aaron and Ken put a stop to it again?
Risky down the line shot earlier from Ken Unique.
Yeah.
Now here, Eren Chua playing up against Jed the Jedi. Ana Clarice Patrimonio taking that overhead. Jed the Jedi closing this game up against the Fortrust Masters. Dentacare taking the win for the first mixed doubles pairing.
Yep.
Now 2 games won for the Dentacare.
One
taken by the Fortrust Masters.
Who are we going to see coming on? Are we going to see Ian Paulo Cortez, or are we going to see Jed stay on again with Joy? I didn't get their lineup earlier, so I'm not sure. But for sure, definitely, we're going to see Ken come back on the court. He's going to be with Macy next. Oh,
looks like we're seeing Toy Bagumbon.
Oh, no. It's
warm up.
Toy is just going to warm up Macy for a bit. Well, Ken is going to cool down. So as we let these players get warmed up, me and Chino here are gonna cool down. And we're back here. About to get underway here. Umpire calling our next set of mixed doubles to come in and handle that quick orientation between our Dentacare Pearly Whites and our Fortrust Masters. Coming onto the court on the side of the Pearly Whites is going to be Joy Sanyosa and Jed Labanzano. And also on the side of the Fortrust Masters, we have Macy Ibanez and, again, Ken De La Cruz. So the changeup we're going to be seeing here on the side of the Pearly Whites is, I believe, yeah, as it usually works out like this, Jed gets to play left this time. Jed's going to be our aggressor in this match. We're going to see if he's going to be able to take control. But I'm pretty sure Ken he's not going to want to, give those aggressive dinks towards Joy, because the second, it's 2 inches below the net, she's going to play hard. She's going to play heavy. Not going to play as aggressive and resetty as we had just seen coming from Aaron. So it's going to definitely be a different gameplay style coming out here. Yep. Game getting started here by the umpire. Our players just asking for stuff to quiet down so they can get focused and get into game mode. Some love coming out here. Yeah. Oh, Kevin recognized another exciting game. Yeah, that last one was was good, like very technical by the Pearly Whites, and how they were able to just play that point, that side of the court so well. And then this one right here with Joy, I love to see it. We're gonna see if that aggression, if Joy's still playing that aggressiveness from the right. Wow, that a very unconventional smash there by Jed. I forgot the name. I want to say the Chinese smash or whatever it is, where you smash the ball when it's behind your head. Able to just put it down really quick, with that paddle a bit hidden. There, the master is unable to see that it was coming in at that angle because Joy was also in the way. Yeah, this is what I expected coming from this match right now. We're not gonna see that passiveness because Jed, he had his passiveness in the last match. A lot of resets. Now he gets to open up and play that heavy game. Plus we have Joy on the court. She only slows it down if you force her to slow it down, or if her partner asks her, please let me handle the setups. Please let me handle, the speed. But if you don't ask her to slow down, she definitely will not. Joy bomb, says my wife on the live. Oh, lovely setup there by Ken. They noticed that it was a bad little pop-up coming towards Ken. Joy backs up in the transition zone, ready to just defend the ball. Ends up popping it up. Ken able to put it away. Lovely. Very lovely, just roll, backhand roll from Ken. Able to come cross court into Jed. Also trying to transition, get in position. Unable to return properly back over the net. And puts us at 1-1-1 right now. Fortrust Masters serving. Macy Banez. She sees, that nice peek down the line. Jed still transitioning over into the center of the court. Takes the risk, unable to come up. Good job there by Macy. Backhand roll there by Jed. Looked a bit high, looked a bit long. She risked it, let it go, and got that point. 2-1-2. Ken with a very aggressive drive. Up, long, and wide. So good recognition by the Pearly Whites, letting it go. Jed uncharacteristically misses his third shot drop. Nurse chat. Yeah, let's go Joy. Yeah, let's go Joy. Love from the Bacoor strikers, and shout out to the strikers. We're seeing it right now, when Joy's backhand stops going in, she gets really frustrated with herself. So I'd like to see her stay on top of her game and get those balls in. Definitely a different match, or a different setup and game style than we saw in our previous mixed double. Great job there. Jed just placing it. He saw Macy was perfectly in position to just defend the ball coming at her in the transition zone and put it out wide because she had her feet planted. Able to capitalize on that. Bit of dinking here between our girls, waiting for the first ball to attack, and of course there it is. Joy, told you, you give her anything close to that net, or just a little bit over that net that she can reach, and she's putting power on it. Successfully getting that side out and giving them a chance to close this 1-point lead.
I think this is one of the few times I saw Jed the Jedi play as an aggressor.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing what you brought up earlier, where he plays a lot like Ken.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
now
seeing
you see it.
Yeah, I do.
Joy with the
So
with
as
the
aggressive
missed
as
third shot.
Joy is, she usually plays it right.
Yeah, she still plays the right. And you can see that her lefts usually, if she lines up for the ball and you see her like in a good position, her lefts usually just they'll give it to her. They'll take it. They let her, because they know usually she probably talks about it beforehand, or in the game plan away who she's gonna target with that backhand drive. So right now she's driving at Macy. So that's her target for her backhand, possibly. Or not. Okay, she's going with those inside outs again with that backhand. She's switching it up. I apologize. The first one went to Ken, and the second one went straight to Macy, forcing a little bit of a pop up and then getting that attack.
Ooh. Lovely shot there from Jed.
Yep.
Following it up. The lovely overhead down the middle.
Yeah, great job from Jed. Seeing that that pop up come early, See if I have a chance to talk about a couple of the things.
When Jed is playing defensively, he plays a lot like Eren.
Okay.
He has the same quality of hands as Eren does.
But I would say he seems more relaxed.
Yeah, that's true. I would give that to him. Christy Joyce and Yosa.
Let's see that replay. Oh my God, she set herself up here. Lovely, look. Oh, she forced with the Tui backhand. Then that's it. That's the play she had done earlier. She got it to into Ken with the two hand. Then the second one she sends it at Macy, and then with the put away, it was either her. Oh, okay. How about to say, if Jed could pull that off and get that ball in, it'd have been wild. But anyways, yeah, she's driving at Ken with that backhand, that two hand backhand from the center, which usually would come from the left, so you can read it better. But the problem is about the Tui, or the way that Joy, her backswing with her two hand backhand, is you can't see the paddle. Okay, so it's a bit hidden, and you can't tell exactly what the contact point is, or how what she's targeting. So she's playing that lovely by switching
hides
it
that
up.
battle, huh?
Yep.
Very well defended. Ooh.
Yeah. Again, we're seeing the same plays come out of both teams for the most part. The way that they're setting it up, I think they're sticking to their game plan on this, and just only a 2-point spread, but right now working in favor of the Pearly Whites. Ken's getting a lot of play time in this match.
He is.
They're not really playing any favorites on who they're attacking. No, they're going after both. And a very good match.
And I think this is one of the first few times I saw Macy play right.
Yeah, I mean, she only plays right pretty much if she's playing with Ken. Timeout there called by the Masters as the Pearly Whites take a 4-point lead. Can they cool down the diesel engine of Joyce and Yosa, and just that sheer, control, or let's say all that saved up energy that Jed has from the first match, getting to play left this time and just let it all out.
And of course, before we proceed, Mike, let us think the following. Let's start things off with OsteoGuard.
Yeah, OsteoGuard, supporting stronger joints so you can stay active and in the game longer.
Black Mamba energy drink, giving you the boost, focus, and energy to keep pushing at full speed thanks to Guarana. Buhay na buhay ka.
Yep, and to our retail partner, Sports Central.
And of course, to yourself, our official aesthetic and wellness partner.
Our lovely uniforms, apparel, and even a lot of shorts for the players too, and box.
And of course, Sports 360, our official tech partner for PYCL.
To our paddle partners, we have Lunar, Gearbox All Set, Yola, and Vole.
And of course, Pro Court for our very beautiful courts here at PYCL.
Yep, our facility, the Pickle Yard. And
No
other than the Pickle Yard. Don't forget, they are franchising, so go ahead and contact them through Facebook if you want. Get in contact with the owners here and try to get your own court set up.
And
or even if you have a good plan, like I was talking to the owner too. If you have a good court or space that you want to rent out, or that you wanna offer to Pickle Yard, they do. They take those offers also, and that's how they ended up with a couple of their facilities, like the spots that they have. Yep.
And of course, we currently have franchises here at Pickle Yard SOMO. We also have one at Pickle Yard Dasma. And where are our other current 2 courts?
We have a PYP, so Parañaque, that would be the OG Pickle Yard, and also soon to be
rise.
standing Mandaluyong.
And we even have a few more up and coming. Yesterday, the owner for Pickle Yard Davao was actually here, and he was featured as the yourself face of the game. He is quite a handsome fellow.
Who are we talking about here?
The owner of Pickle Yard Davao.
Oh,
Yeah, was here yesterday watching the
Nice.
games.
all right. So, sorry, I wanted to get back into the. We should be on our second serve right now. So, kind of a good timeout. I'm not sure what they talked about. Maybe they wanted to change the target. Maybe go after somebody with more predictable shots. Jed with his own, he set it up himself. He knew what to expect. Unable to get his paddle on that ball. Maybe not high enough or anything, because Macy didn't even have to take that step back. It was just more of a jump straight up, able to get that smash on that lob attempt.
I mean, if you have the reach of someone like Macy Ibanez,
Yeah, exactly. He probably underestimated, how high she
could jump.
can get. So forcing that side out right away. Very good job from the Masters after that timeout.
good controlled shots here so far.
Yes. Joy waiting for that ball. you
Another
see
lob
her.
there from Jed. Ooh!
Oh.
And a miscommunication there as Macy Ibanez and Kenyon de la Cruz both chased on that ball, but as they saw each other face to face,
Laughing at each other. You can see it right here in the stream. They both look at each other shocked, like, I thought it was yours. I thought you had it. It happens, We're humans.
yeah, because that would have been Macy's backhand, and that would have been Ken would
Ken's-
have taken that as a forehand shot. So
Yeah.
I see why Macy there chose not to take it. Soft controlled shots here from both teams.
A little light trigger pull by Jed. Great reset by the Masters. Great dinking right here, These aren't the, I want to say, that's what Jed's looking for. Right
Jed
there.
loving his lobs there and playing it as a setup.
Yeah.
Not as a killer, but as a setup.
Hey, and the stream right here again. Chad Cornelia. Hello, Team Red Horse. Shout out, Team Red Horse. And dinking buddies or drinking buddies.
The Bacoor drinking buddies.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, we missed a lot of these shoutouts. Did we get to these already? Shout out to the Strikers, Imus Pickleball Club, and also Molino Pickleball Club. Thank you guys for being on the stream. Thank you for being in the sport. Just giving recognition to the sport and to the league and everything. Be sure to share our live stream on your Facebook page, your TikTok, anywhere. Just let them know you're watching. They should come watch too. We have some amazing players and matches for you the whole day. And we also have our commentators here, keeping you guys company and, entertaining any of the questions you might have.
I actually spent a lot of my childhood in Imus in Malagasang.
Okay, yeah.
Right before
There's a new
pickleball was
court
a
that
thing
just
here.
opened up there too. I don't know if we can talk about new courts and stuff, but there's a brand new court that just opened up out there.
And it appears as though for the first time ever we had the Red Cross calling in for a timeout as there is a spill that's creeping its way towards the court. I've never seen the first aid people call in a timeout.
Yeah, they're the
that's
ones.
new.
That's I think it's considered a referee timeout in a way, as a hazard on the court.
It is.
So a bit of a stop play here, as the Pearly Whites have a 5-point lead.
A good opportunity here for Macy Ibanez to cool off as we watch her walk off from the court and cool herself on one of our large fans.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Joy Idol. That was crazy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these plays are nice. What is this? Let me translate this in my head.
Which one are you trying to read?
The one in Tagalog by Jeremiah. Uh, it, I see him play a lot. I won't say that his dinking is bad at all. It's just you got to know who you're playing against in a way, and the aggression that wherever his dinks are going, Jed, you know, Jed would like to lob.
Yeah.
When he gets in too comfortable, when everyone looks comfortable, Jed's like, yeah, let's mix this up. And then second, it doesn't matter what the dink is. You send it at Joy. The
She
only
will
thing
call
in her
that ball, yeah.
mind is, how can I speed this up? You know, how do I get my two hands on this ball and make this more aggressive? She doesn't like to play soft for too long.
No.
But also, she doesn't like being called out for making that error on pulling the trigger.
Oh, okay,
So-
that's new to me.
So you see a lot of her speed ups or her attacks on those come out cross court if it's not high enough. She takes the longer space. She has a lot more space to attack cross court, but also it's not always the safest option. But she still takes it.
And then also interesting here earlier from Joy, she was actually trying to reach for that mop.
Yeah,
Instead,
she was.
instead of letting everyone else do the work, she was like, oh, I want to mop. I want to try this.
She wanted to try it, or she just like, can we get the game underway? She's the one who doesn't want to cool down in here. She's like, we got the lead. We need to hold it. And you can see right
Seems
here
like
the
that
warm
too,
up.
Yeah, she's trying to warm up.
They're trying to stay warm. And the Masters enjoying this timeout opportunity. See if they could come up with a game plan. This could have been a tactic, because the spill did come from the side of the Masters. I'm not blaming anyone. It's not a conspiracy. It's just what happened.
Still some fatigue here on the face of Eren Chua.
Yeah. No, Jeremiah, it might have come off as kind of like an insult and things, but Ken recognizes who he's going up against with his dinks and his speed ups. If he's going towards Jed can dink all day,
Yeah.
and Jed doesn't usually give aggressive dinks though. Maybe
No.
he might send it out wide.
He plays them quite safe and he plays them quite short.
Yeah, exactly. He plays them safe, kind of thing like that. And then when you give him a dink that he cannot, let's say, kind of give back in his comfortable way, he goes ahead and he's lobbing them. And then on the other hand, like I mentioned earlier, Joy, whichever side you want to, Joy just wants to play aggressive. So that setup that you're talking about is, of course, not intentional, and not directed at coming at his partner. He doesn't want all the balls just to go there. He's not trying to, just hit a ball and then say, Macy, you got this. It's not like that. I'm so sure that every time Ken hits the ball, he wishes the ball comes back to him, right? Because he's the one who hit the ball. He knows where he placed it. He knows where it's going. So in the event that they were to speed up a ball at him, he knows where to be.
Defense and range there of Macy Ibanez was well tested by Jed Labasano and Christy Joyce Anyosa.
I would have called that ball out on that
Yeah.
serve.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah, but
But then in the heat of the moment,
yeah. Actually, Joy, she's more loose when it comes to line calls. It doesn't matter. Just the way she's used to playing. She never really uses them to her. Let's say she'd rather not have that argument in a way.
risky poach there from Kenyon de la Cruz with a very good payoff.
Oh, we've lost the ball. Sorry, somewhere behind the announcers. Back in play now. Score right now is 7-5.
Jed Labasano, quite a playmaker here. Showing off that he could play similarly to Kenyon de la Cruz whenever he plays left.
Was there a change in the score earlier?
Christy Joyce Anyosa getting past the defense there of Macy Solon Ibanez. I mean, we knew we knew when we saw the lineup that this was gonna be a good fight.
Definitely.
And whether there was a big disparity between the score, it was still a long fight.
Yes.
They're really needing to work for those points. There was a good slice there earlier by Macy Solon Ibanez. We're now seeing those speed ups from Christy Joyce Anyosa. Jed Lobosano played it down the middle.
Yeah. A good reset, you know.
Yeah.
Jed, he's the one who initiated that aggression. Then Ken kind of brought it back like right away, you know, maybe wanting to keep the firefight going. Jed reset it again. Gotta when you reset the ball like that in the middle of a firefight, it usually catches people off guard because, you know, they're kind of like their body is heated up, they're ready to hit the ball hard. And you reset it like that, so he kind of forced out a bad dink and able to attack the opposite hip of Macy right after that.
Now Jed scoring a third shot drive up against Macy Solon Ibanez, who was caught mid-switch.
That's a port shot.
Fourth shot, sorry.
Port shot. The way to attack that stack. Oh, sorry. No, you're right. That was the third shot. That was my bad. That was they're the ones unwinding over there. Correct. Great third shot right there to the unwinding stack. There we go. Ah, he went for it again.
This time Macy much quicker
Yeah.
to get to her position.
Macy with the missed dink there. The pressure is on right now. We are at 9-5-1 or 2 right now. Let's see. Can't really hear the ref. Yeah. Talked about it a lot.
Now at 10-5-2
Yeah.
in favor of our Dentacare Pearly Whites.
Pearly
Yes.
Whites about to, if they can close it out right now, gonna take this matchup between the Fortrust Masters and the Dentacare Pearly Whites. See if they can put this one in the bag.
Another lovely lob there from Jed the Jedi, but then Macy Ibanez
All over it. With a
showcasing her reach.
Yeah, that was a great angle too. You know, I wouldn't have expected her to go that hard cross court with it, but you know,
What's the way she took that ball?
yeah.
She had to lean back.
Here we go again. Jed refusing to play with Ken.
Still icing him out. Risky play there once more from Jed. Joy was quick to it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just happened, right? She wasn't gonna let it happen twice. Chat Cornelia, shot tayo soon. Sige, the next time you're over here, I know you're based out in Las Piñas, but if you're over near me, bro, let's have a few drinks while we're playing. Woohoo!
Ken Unique making a comeback there with Jed's lobs.
Yeah. Just nonchalantly, Jed runs around the ball and then just beautifully resets it.
If that made it past him, he would probably have been annoyed playing most of the lobs here in this game.
Yeah. We talked about it. Anything she can visualize herself getting the ball over the net, she's gonna put power on it. Joy unsuccessful though. Getting this, that's the side out right there. Let's see. Oh, not side out. Sorry, giving that point to the Masters.
Ken Unique de la Cruz catching Jed the Jedi.
Catch him off guard. Crossbody. He wasn't ready there at that moment, and not that wide. I think he was expecting something closer to his body, but it was a bit higher than he would have expected. It wasn't that low of a ball.
Now at 7-10-2, Fortrust Masters trying to catch up.
And
Not
we
letting
talked about-
them get through.
Mm-hmm.
Christy Joyce and Yosa trying to keep the Fortress Masters in place
Yep.
as they have a current 3-point lead
Yeah,
about to close this match.
This is gonna be a match point right here. If they can take this 3-1, get this win over the Masters. Great dink control right here. You know, it's very nice to. Oh, Ken. Well done by Ken. A good time to speed up right at Joy. You can see her kind of float and cover, going side to side like that. And Ken just catching her mid transition. Like, she thought he was going back cross court with it and able to catch her transitioning back to her original position before. Let's see, another chance to close it out. Or can the Masters capitalize on this, get the side out and come back?
Good aggression there from Unique de la Cruz.
Well done. Yep. Let's see if we see
Scoring a nutmeg.
this replay. Look at this nice roll. This is such a calm and collected roll right there. You can see in the replay.
Used as a setup too.
Yeah. It was just so good, and he was able to just get the ball to come up over the net and come down. And when you're able to force a ball to come down like that, if you don't just get the perfect lightest touch on the ball, what happens is the ball has to go up, and he's waiting for it. Did I put away? So the Pearly White's able to get that first stop right away. See if they can get another chance at the ball. Jed, oh my God, painting lines over here.
Still iced out, Unique de la Cruz. Well done here by Macy Ibanez.
Getting that side out. Game point number 4 maybe?
with how long Jed took to take that shot, there was a lot of shuffling there that was happening between the legs of Macy Ibanez.
Mm-hmm.
Because she didn't know just exactly when Jed was gonna give the power to kill that ball.
True. Yeah, definitely on those. Because you can almost go anywhere with the ball in that one. And there it is, Joy with the finish. A great hands battle there. Let's get a little replay of that too. Hands battle, just to finish off the match between them. Dentacare Pearly Whites taking this second mixed doubles 11-7. Jed the Jedi and Christy Joy Sanyosa just with a great game actually between the two of them. Yeah, Jed got to, you know, let out all of that saved up energy that he had from the first mixed double, playing the left, playing the aggressor in a way. But still, even though his right is even though he's playing left, his right still playing hyper aggressive whenever she can get her hands on the ball. But no.
Let's see how this affects the scoreboard. As currently,
they're pretty close, right, when it comes to the rankings between them. That's right, yeah.
And currently, Fortrust was ranked number 2.
Yeah.
Pretty up there with Born to Win PH4 Expulse would be the next game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this plays out in terms of the ranking.
Yeah, because I know everyone in the middle of the bracket was just like within one match, one game like that. Yeah. So see what kind of changes we see here. I could check the stats later, but I want to say the last time the Masters and the Pearly Whites went up against each other, the Masters took it either 3-2 or maybe even a 4-1. But the Pearly Whites got this one, so great match. Bowie Fortrust. Yeah. It's they can make it up in a different match in the league, or going into this Dream Breaker right now, they can just at least put a lot of points on the board and then get some game wins. But as for the match is already gone in the way of the Pearly Whites.
But still a lot of points to be earned here.
Yeah.
On behalf of the Fortrust Masters if they do win this Dream Breaker.
That's right. So we'll go ahead and let these people get warmed up. Oh, actually no. All right, we're about to get underway right now. We'll go ahead, explain the format to you of what we're going to be seeing here in the Dream Breaker. So this is going to be a Dream Breaker doubles format. What you're going to be seeing coming on the court, starting off is going to be your men's doubles. Next coming on the court will be your women's doubles, and then 2 sets of mixed doubles will swap out. Now they're going to be playing rally scoring, and in rally scoring, every error of your opponent is your point. So, like if they don't return the ball, if they hit the ball out, they hit the net, whatever, it's your point. So you're going to be seeing the score is going to be moving pretty quick every time. And also you're going to be seeing that the peoples will not be changing positions, side out. They will not be switching sides. Only in the server will be changing out. And we're going to be playing to a score of 21. Game should be coming underway. Are we? Yep, getting started right now.
Now here serving Toy Bagumbon, kicking things off for our men's doubles pairing. I'm expecting a lot of aggression here from our Fortrust Masters, as they would be itching to get back on that, to get some points back, as they have already lost this game day, up against the Dentacare Pearly Whites. Ian Paulo Cortez. Now here, EJ Togade catching Glenn Filipong there. I mean, like, I just got glasses maybe a month and a half ago, or maybe even just a month ago, and I still don't play with them. I don't like playing with my glasses.
I've had mine for, I want to say like 6 or 7 months, and I don't use them that often. Because I've kind of gotten used to, I have a Titan ball machine, and I put it on max speed, which is about 70 miles an hour. Close to 115 kilometers per hour, something like that, and I just shoot the balls directly at my face, and I just try to block them. So I'm not really scared, and I have that reaction of getting my paddle.
Erin was looking at me as she needed the ball here.
Sorry.
Good luck.
So men's doubles coming off the court, and our women's coming in at 2-2 right now. Erin Chua to serve.
Still flustered.
Joy, probably the warmest one right now on the court. Or Joy, Macy. Joy making that error. Just trying to reset the ball. There we go. That nice control right there. A love from Erin Chua.
Ling.
Joy.
Yeah.
Joy able to get her hands on it, but not able to reset it. So Macy just slamming it to the feet of ACP, giving them a 2-point lead right now, or the Masters with the 2-point lead.
Good double backhand drive there from Christy Joyce and Yosab.
The way she's able to get sideways with that and slap it down so flat and with so much angle is quite impressive. Especially from this angle, you can see it a little bit because of that angle. But when you're like almost like when you're sitting where me and Chino are sitting, we are net height. Okay.
We are
perfectly net height, and the way that you can see these paddles just like that right there again, right? Oh, that's mine.
Well caught there by Mike as the ball flew at us. That was possibly one of the few times we potentially have gotten hit above above the waist.
Yeah.
Because like yesterday, Jeff Pasqua was hit a lot on the shin.
Really?
Off of a bounce.
We might need some boards here in front of our table at least to save us. But yeah, going into our first set of mixed doubles, 4-4. Score is perfectly even. Let's see who's gonna try to pull a lead.
Good angle there
lovely.
from Erin Chua.
Yes, more of a drop shot kind of angle right there, forcing Jed to run in.
Score drop shot.
Yep. It's okay to see some trickery brought against the Jedi Master, huh?
Some payback.
Yes, definitely.
And one of the, yesterday, Erin also loved playing that shot up against Diana Hughes from the Cebuana Liholier Gems, as once she's made that opening, the tendency was for the legend himself, Johnny Arcelia, to be right alongside Diana Hughes, creating that opening for her to make that double backhand down the line shot yesterday. But not the same could be said today up against the Dentacare Pearly Whites.
Yeah, with the lead now, Fortrust, our last point right now for our first set of mixed doubles. Erin just earlier she was painting lines with that very well. You know, she's creating that angle, unable to keep that one in. So even again, 6-6 coming into our second of mixed doubles. This will be our last set of the rotation before we see the men's doubles come back in.
Something new to me here, not caught by the cameras. Macy Ibanez actually squeezed her hair. She squeezed her hair just to drain some of the sweat out. Right there by the sideline.
She's in the zone, you know. She
That's how much dedication our athletes have here. Like,
definitely.
she's played how many games and she has enough sweat, enough
to wring her hair out.
To wring her hair out. She's given this game that much effort.
Definitely. Ken, you know, he comes out wide, sees the golden pastures of the ATP at the end, but unable to send it in the right direction.
Now Ken Unique saying, isa na lang, isa na lang. As they only need 1 point to lead. Squeezed Christy Joyce Anyoso there.
Yes. Excuse you, partner. This one's mine. I am the left. Perfect. 8-8 coming in. We're also gonna see later. We're gonna be seeing a side switch. So don't lose your team. Whichever one you're rooting for. Switching sides. Patty Ong. Is this Mama?
Yep.
Let's go, Glenn Phillip and Dentacare. Congratulations. Yes. And we get to see some more court time from your baby boy over here on the court. EJ Tagade to serve. Trigger pull there by Glenn. Bit premature.
Very
good intent. Good intentions.
Like, he took that ball and that ball was low.
It was so low. Come on, Glenn. Mama's watching.
And I'm still blaming his kitchen blockers. Like, anytime that ball is low.
Oh no.
Our boys here are fresh.
Yeah.
Like, you're looking at EJ Togada, like, all 4 boys, they look fresh.
Yeah, they do. So, on that one, our first lead taken. First time we're not coming out of a mix evenly. The Masters right now have that lead. Sorry, yeah, the Masters have that lead of 2 points. And then we're going to be changing sides. So, side change here. Fortrust Masters to serve, coming in with our women's doubles again.
Now seeing the aggression we're expecting here from ACP.
Yeah, we're gonna see who's gonna pull the trigger. Oh no, it's not a trigger pull. It's a mistake by ACP trying to play more aggressive.
And if you're noticing here, like on her arm sleeve, she has her initials spelled out. And
Does she?
It's probably from our partner, Adbox, giving them arm sleeves. Because it's the exact same color matching blue with her shirt.
Yeah, it is.
And then it has her initials on it, ACP. There we go.
I need to get me some of that custom wear.
Yeah. If Adbox is watching, would love new shirts.
Bit of a speed up there coming. I won't say an intentional body bag, but you know, Macy had enough time to get out of the way. Just didn't. Kind of had her paddle in a weird position. End up actually tapping the ball. bringing us within 1 point.
Now here.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't say that as a full trigger pull there by ACP going into that one, but
She held back a bit.
A good one. Yeah, she
Yeah.
held back a lot. If she had put power, it would have gone out.
She went with the quality of the shot over the speed of that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy with herself.
Yeah. Just unforced errors, definitely. These are not forced out right now from ACP. You can see. I know that. I mean, that's also, you can say, one of the perks about doing a Dream Breaker. You don't have a chance to get hot and stay
No.
hot, you know, and get your streak going. You just gotta bring raw, cold talent in a way to the court when it comes to our Dream Breakers, because you only get to stay on for 4 points.
I remember last year I was sat beside Ken Unique de la Cruz for a competition, and he was watching a game. I was also watching, and then he was like, "Oh, that's why I don't like playing dot 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 dot." And then he was like, "Oh, unforced error this, unforced error that," and then that's when he started explaining to me what an unforced error was. So to our viewers, Mike, do you mind explaining what an unforced error is?
Okay, sure, yeah. Unforced errors, let's see. Unforced errors is something where you're not given a ball that has any aggression.
Yeah.
You have time to prepare for it. You had your backswing like lined up in a way. You had time to prepare for a ball. Okay, you knew it was coming. It wasn't surprising, and it wasn't put at you like.
It wasn't a point scoring shot.
Yes, it wasn't like intentionally a point scoring shot. When you
Like
just
one of those.
just like what you see
There we
there,
go,
right?
yeah.
It was a very simple dink. For Ken, he's just gonna put the ball back over the net. Jed didn't put any like crazy
Nothing.
topspin on it. It was more of almost like a dead dink, with just some slight underspin. Ken unable to return it. It would be considered unforced. You know. Let's see if we get any more.
There's another. No, that was forced.
That was
no.
that would always be considered a forced error.
Yeah, that would be considered a forced error.
Yeah.
But then the way Macy and Ken didn't move at all, that was a scramble, and
Yeah. Macy thought, partner, you had this, right? This is directly over my head. Yeah.
we're talking a bit too much about unforced errors as we're seeing more and more from Ken.
Yeah. Someone saying the score is backwards. The only thing backwards right now on the scoreboard. Oh yeah, they did fix it. They fixed it. You're right. Earlier, just the games won was a bit backwards, but it was adjusted. Timeout call here by the Masters. See if they can grab some composure, as they are actually, based on how the Dream Breaker is going so far, 5-point lead is exponential. So, timeout call. See if they can get their bearings. Who's coming on next? Who did we just see? Are we already on our second set of mixed doubles, or we still have one more point left?
I think we have one more point left. We have the referee on the court. Not a lot of people contest their calls with this referee. It wasn't like the scene yesterday where we had some of the guys where a lot of the people were challenging that guy.
So would that be Rep Louis over here?
No, he had another representative yesterday.
Ah. Game underway. 18-13.
Still in favor of our Dentacare Pearly Whites. Lovely backhand roll there from
Wow.
Ken Unique.
Great inside out too by Ken. Jed able to get a lovely reset, which I thought would have been out. Painting lines again like he always does masterfully. And Joy with the air.
Back to our fresh boys.
Yes. Trying to stay hot. Look at them. They can't.
Feed there, yeah.
They don't have much time on the court. They only get 4 points. So
You know what I realized? You know how like ACP is like Ana Clarice Patrimonio? Ian Paolo Cortez is technically IPC.
IPC. Oh, you're right. ACP and IPC. IPC is the name of my pickleball club also. Ima's Pickleball Club, IPC.
Then you guys need Ian Paolo Cortez.
We do.
You need him as a mascot for your team.
Yeah. There's that trigger pull again there. By Glenn Philippong. Straight into the backhand of the ready EJ Tugade on that one.
Have a good kill there from Ian Paolo Cortez. On the sidelines, Ana Clarice Patrimonio, Joyce Anyosa, and the rest of her team celebrating as they just need 2 more points to end this game. Good slice return there from EJ Togade. Toy Bagumbon.
Yeah. I want to say Toy, he had a very delayed hit, which is what caught Ian off guard. You can say it's either it was intentional that he delayed his hit so that he can open up the down the line, or he was thinking maybe have gone out and then decided like, oh, in last second hit it. But either way, it worked out for him, and that delay is what caught Ian off guard. That's one of the, let's see if I have a chance to talk about it. One of the pro techniques, or the ones that they teach you, especially like in like the pro camps, is as much as possible, just get your paddle under the ball or behind the ball and leave it there as long as possible before you need to finish your swing, because that delay, like the opponent doesn't know exactly when you're going to move your paddle forward.
When or where.
Yeah, when or where, if that paddle has been sitting there so long, because your readiness and your preparedness, you know.
And the effect of something like that is something that we saw with Macy Ibanez earlier. As earlier she was shuffling backwards with micro steps as she was waiting for Jedi to pull the trigger on his shot.
So right now you're gonna see that score 18-20 right now. You're gonna see that the score of the Pearly Whites is now frozen at 20 because they need to score 2 points in a row. So right now, even though they had scored that point,
it's a freeze point.
the point is frozen at 20. They need to score this last point on their serve for the match point. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Lovely drop there from Macy Solon Ibanez. Macy now going for that kill, not making it quite through.
Definitely a big giggle moment for Macy there. She saw such a big pop-up and so excited to step over. Slaps it straight down into the net.
And it's nice to see that with the end of that game, there were no frustration in the faces of our athletes. They were all smiles.
They were. It was definitely a good match. You can see on camera right now. Look, you don't see anyone with just a frowning face or anything on any side. Everyone smiles. And Alkiza just
popping into the court.
Popping in, just wants some camera time. Don't worry, he'll get a lot in this next match coming up between Born to Win 4X Bulls versus the Felix Vanguards.
So that was a very lovely game, and in a moment, here on the camera, we're going to be seeing our dear self face of the game. Let's see who we have for the dear self face of the game. Okay, so before we get to that, Mike, I mean, like that was an intense fight.
Yep.
And I mean, like we're coming to a close. We're almost coming to a close here for the second round robin part of our league.
Yeah.
And we're slowly nearing our quarters, semis, and finals.
Yes.
And so let's see. I mean, like they have to pour their hearts out. They have to leave nothing at the table. They have to make sure they give their everything, because everyone's gonna be chasing points. Everyone's gonna be chasing wins right before the quarters come.
Yes. It's definitely hobble time just to close in. I'm not 100% sure about the league setup. We're going directly into semis, right, for that weekend, and then a finals weekend.
That we have to check with the owners.
If we're doing quarters, then that's every team in, which would make the points almost useless. or it would just come down to pure seeding. So I'm gonna find out. That's something I haven't researched on, but I'd actually like to know. Yep, Kevin Cristobal, recognizing that was a great match. Where we? I mean, the teams are still celebrating. We haven't had did we have our dear self come on? Oh, not yet. Let's send out some love real quick to our sponsors. Let's start with our new guys. Let's start with OsteoGuard. OsteoGuard, supporting stronger joints so you can stay active and in the game longer.
We also have Black Mamba Energy Drink, giving you the boost, focus, and energy to keep pushing at full speed. Thanks to Guarana, buhay na buhay ka.
Yeah. And back to our other sponsors. We have Sports Central, our retail partner.
And of course, up and coming, Dear Self, with our face of the game. Let's see who we're having. The very lovely Mixie D.
Mixie D.
Team manager for our Felix Vanguards. All smiles from her. Moving on fourth, we have Antbox, the official apparel partner of PYCL.
Yes, definitely Sports 360, our tech partner. Make sure you guys have this app. I mean, if you're not on it yet, you're missing out. So many of our courts nationwide, they're probably covering 60% or more of the courts nationwide, especially the bigger ones.
And then we also have our pal partners, Lunar, Gearbox All Set, Eula, and Vole.
Yep, and Pro Court, our beautiful courts, professionally made courts.
Pickle Yard, the official facility partner.
Balls by Faculos.
And Smile 8, our production partner. And now here on the screen, with our Game 1 match results, the win was taken by the Dentacare Pearly Whites, quite decisive there. 4 wins up against 1 of the Fortrust Masters.
Yeah.
And then let's have Mike discuss the scores.
Sure. From the Pearly Whites in our men's doubles, a very good game by Coach Toy and EJ Tugade, right? They took that one, 11-7. But then just after that, our girls came in and they did a great job. That's where they tried to do their best to excel. So taking all of those games and even into the to the Dreambreaker, all wins for them, 4-1. So coming up right now, we're going to be having our
Rose with our Sports Central player of the game. Let's bring it up to Rose.
Rise and shine, Pickleball Nation. It's a beautiful Sunday here in the Pickle Yard SOMO. I'm Rose and we are officially kicking off our game day 12 of the Pickle Yard Conference League powered by Sports Central. What an opening match between the Dentacare Pearly Whites and the Fortrust Masters. And now, kasama ko na ang ating best player of the game, Jed Labasano, representing the winning team, Dentacare Pearly Whites. Jed, congratulations, no? Napakaganda na pinakita mong game kanina, very solid, no? So, curious lang ako, no? So, sa tingin mo, ano ba ang naging key ng team nyo para makuha ang pagkapanalo ngayong game day 12? Lalo na ngayong first match.
Okay, so naging key sa amin is really nag-work sa amin yung lobs. So, I've been doing so many lobs kanina. And then also with the resets and counters, halos yun lang. And also dinking. And kasama rin yung patience doon and right timing to initiate every shots. So yeah.
Yun nga, dahil sa mga loves na ginawa mo, nagkaroon ako ng nickname for you, Lover Boy, no? So yun, pero last question, no? Ngayon na nasa second leg na tayo ng competition, no? How was your overall experience? Kamusta yung kung i-compare mo yung first leg and second leg, kamusta yung experience mo ngayon? Kamusta yung level ng mga games?
So ngayon, mas naging intense tong level. Actually, sa Fortrust kasi kahapon, sobrang sinagad nyo kami. So naging, ngayon, yung experience namin, sobrang crucial na kasi malapit na matapos ng round robin. So para sa placements na ng mga team. So that's why every point matters for us.
Friend na nanonood?
Yeah, so pa-shoutout po. Thank you sa girlfriend ko nandun. And also shoutout din sa mga students ko sa Pampanga, sila Ma'am Ruth, Doc B-Boy, Ma'am G, mga pickle addicts, Ma'am Shai, and also Coach A. See you soon. Thank you so much. And also to my mom and dad nanonood sa YouTube.
Thank you so much and congratulations again sa Team Dentacare Pearly Whites. And guys, huwag muna kayong aalis dahil nagsisimula pa lang ang ating Game Day 12. Up next, we have the battle between the Born to Win PH Forex Bulls and the Felix Vanguards. See you in a bit.
And thank you very much, Rose, for our Sports Central Player of the Game. That was a lovely play from Jed the Jedi Labasano. We expected nothing less from him. And we're about to bring things to a close. We would want everyone to stay tuned, as we will be coming back shortly with the second game of the day. And we're gonna have, who are we having, Mike?
We have the Born to Win PH4X Bulls versus the Felix Vanguards. So I'm Mike Evangelista
And my name is Chino Romero, and we will be back shortly.
with match number 2 of game day number 12. Go ahead and get that new stream and
Yeah,
share it.
we'll
Share
be
it
back.
TikTok and share it on Facebook, and catch you guys in a second. Thank you for being with us.
Bye.
Salas hits it over the edge of the court. Very fast pickup by Ibanez.
Then Unique de la Cruz tearing Davis Alano apart.
Clean drive right in the middle. Ana Clarice Patrimonio.
Beautiful and simple play by Pienzoleta. Pickle Bear showing off his in-game IQ. Raimundo showing off her skills. Beautiful counter by Team Polero.
Good read by Pretzel Ong on how to attack the returns.
Lira trying to do the same thing and winning against Cabelon.
Nets with the exchange. May Sarasa taking it down, ripping it from the kitchen. Alquiza with a sneaky drive.